All you need to launch a cult skate brand. Honestly, as long as you have a logo that
What's good? What's good? What's really, really good people? This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for everybody that's coming in. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's come on in. Let's pack this room. Let's get this word. Let's get this word of inspiration. Let's get this word of motivation on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I was about to say morning. I think I need to change that. The Sunday afternoon or something like that. Welcome to episode 2 of Sunday Morning Live. I am your host, the man that you all know and love, E Digger. That's right. And Sunday Morning Live is presented by charmcitydirecttv. Make sure you go to the fan page, the YouTube pages, the Instagram pages of Charm City Direct TV at Charm City Direct TV. Everything Charm City Direct TV. I am pumped. I am excited. I am glad to be in the house, in the land of the living, to see this beautiful snowfall. And joining me today is business owner, motivational speaker, entrepreneur, 3-time nominated for the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Award. I'm talking about none other than my new close friend. I'm saying new close friend because I just met him, Mr. Raymond Matthews. He'll be joining me later on in the show to talk about this topic that has been on my mind for a minute now: preparing yourself to be great. Preparing yourself to be great. Remember when you was little and when you was asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Remember that question from your teachers, your parents, your best friend? And they said, what you want to be when you grow up? And the answers to that question was numerous, several. You wanted to be a doctor. You wanted to be a fireman. You wanted to be a police officer. Me personally, I wanted to be a helicopter pilot. Yes, a helicopter pilot. I had a fixation on helicopters. And I'm looking around to find my helicopter. I just got it for Christmas. My wife bought me the Hess trucks. Remember the Hess trucks? the helicopters. And I was so fascinated by those things that she bought me one. Of course, it's sitting over here in the corner. I just put it off on the corner. But nevertheless, that's what I want it to be. So we're going to talk about that topic coming up on Sunday Morning Live. Hey, what can I say, good people? Sunday Morning Live starts now.
Instead of jumping out of bed and rushing right into the stress of what you need to do, breathe. Take a moment to eliminate the stress and realign your mind, body, and brain with the joy that does live inside you. You get to choose if your day is going to be like every other day or if it's going to be a great day. And you decide first thing in the morning by giving yourself that time to realign your brain to positivity, to redirect your mind to what is good in your life. What is good in your life right now? Take a moment to think about it.
Start your day with intention. Today, I will be present. Today, I will be kind. Today, I will be the example I expect of others. Today, I will give my all in every moment.
It's all about intention. When you direct your focus to the good, you will see more good. If your focus is directed to the stress and struggle, you will see more stress and struggle.
If you want to be really happy, give thanks. That's the secret. Happy people are grateful people. So spend time in gratitude. Spend time in intention and expectation for what a great day today is going to be. Feed your mind with something positive. Read or listen to something uplifting. Something that will grow your mind or spirit.
You attract your intentions. You attract your beliefs. You attract what you feel. So get up and feel good. When you direct your focus to the good, you will see more good. If your focus is directed to the stress and struggle, you will see more stress and struggle. That is your only job. Get up and get yourself feeling amazing. Ask yourself, how can I feel great today? How can I grow today? How can I make others feel great today? Open your eyes to the magic around you. I guarantee you, you have been missing out on miracles because you have been lost in the stress and noise inside your head. Get out of your head and get into the magic of life.
Today is a new day, a fresh, clean canvas. You can paint whatever you want on that canvas, no matter what happens. You are the artist. Add some color, some joy, some life to your canvas. Leave nothing off that canvas.
As soon as you get up in the morning, ask yourself, what's really important today? Is it important that I rush around stressed at everything I have to get done? Or can I just enjoy this moment? Can I set the tone for the rest of my day? You decide what kind of day you will have, not what happens, but how you will respond to everything that happens. You can respond positively to any situation. Will you respond with presence? Will you see the good? Will you find a way around the...
And welcome back to the show. This is Sunday Morning Live. I am your host, the man that you all know and love, E. Digger. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. For those who do not know how to get to Charm City Direct TV. It's real simple. Go to YouTube at Charm City Direct TV. Subscribe to the channel. We are live right now on Facebook. So go to Facebook at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. And we are live on Twitch. And by the good people at Twitch and the good people at MMBP Radio, you can now see this broadcast in its entirety live right now on MMBP Radio at www.mmbpradio.com. What can I say, good people? Today is a great day, although it's snowing, but do not let the snow intimidate you from what you have to do today. Whatever you put off today, you can definitely get into the flow of things today and start cleaning that house, start baking that cake that you wanted to bake for so long and just haven't baked it yet. Clean out that closet that is being cluttered and get all of that unnecessary junk up out of there. Make yourself useful today. Make yourself proactive. Do something today that you have put off for so long. And remember, good people, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today, good people, like I said, as promised, we're going to be talking about the topic, preparing yourself to be great. Preparing yourself to be great. Not looking at yourself being mediocre. Because nobody wants to be mediocre right now. People want to be great. How can you prepare yourself in life to be great? And joining me today is my new good friend. We had a chance to talk. He sent me a message when I was looking for a host for this new morning show that's coming out real soon. Hope that you tune in. And he wanted to be a part of it. Didn't know Mr. Matthews from a can of paint. And he came to me and real humble and said, hey, I would like to help. Let's talk. Let's communicate. Let's collaborate. And talking to him and looking at his resume and all the things that he is doing for the community and so forth, I was shocked. I was amazed. And I said, hey, I need to talk to this guy. So I'm going to bring him in. We're going to talk about the topic, preparing yourself to be great. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you, I can never find what I need to find at the moment. Mr. Raymond Matthews, how you doing today, sir?
Good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon.
Yes, it is a pleasure to have you here, and welcome to Sunday Morning Live. Today we're going to talk about a topic that we just talked about briefly before the beginning of the show, of preparing yourself to be great. What are some of the things that we must do as people to get to that point? But before we do that, I want you to tell everybody out there who you are and what it is that you do.
Again, for everybody out there, first of all, good afternoon. Thank each and every one of you for listening. We don't take it lightly. Special shout out to Charm City Direct TV for the opportunity, But the main thing is what I do. I'm just a entrepreneur guy detailing, the best detailer there is. I tell people I'm the Michael Jordan of the detailing. That was a gift that God gave me with many other gifts. So, I do auto detailing. As Ed said, as many of you know, was nominated for the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Award 3 years in a row for the best car wash in the country. Just doing what I do and with car wash. Also have a podcast, Real Stories, Real People, where we go out and get stories to encourage people, to uplift someone else. Also, I'm in the process of getting ready to be a reverend. I'm in the ministry process with the BOE and the AME. So this time in March, I'll be Reverend Raymond Matthews, God's willing. So God has worked in my life and done some marvelous things. Now it's time to get back to help someone prepare yourself to be great.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I love it. What was that feeling like, Mr. Matthews, when you got the call that, you was notified that you were 3 times nominated for the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Award? What was that feeling like?
Wow, a lot of times, when it's 80 degrees, 90 degrees outside, you're really not keeping up with your phone. You're really not focused on a lot of things, but they kept trying to call and I didn't answer. So some kind of way they wind up getting the number to the shop and said, you in the top 4, in the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Award. It's always worldwide, but they only take the top 4,
Right.
So getting that call, man, it was like you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish as being an auto detailer, washing cars, somebody noticed you, with a category called
Right.
the best car wash detail shop. So it was like, couldn't believe it, really, to be honest with you. It was like, wow, for car washing, top 4, let's go get this.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Love it. Love it. And in your business, what are some of the things that you do to make people come back? What are some of the attributes that you provide in your business to make people want to return and get their car detailed? Like having the title of being the best car dealer detail business out there, having that alone is awesome in my book. But what are some of the things that you do to provide that extra touch, that extra service that people want to come back and do business with you?
The main thing I think that I do that, which is my slogan, is my always saying, we inspect what you expect. And that's one of the main things whether a person getting a car wash, whether they're getting it waxed or whether they're getting it detailing, whether it's a 1960 or 2020, we treat the vehicle the same, as if we was doing a 2020, because we want to we wanted to manifest greatness. I learned I had a stepfather that washed the car and wound up cleaning the white wall with a red brick up off the ground. So right then and there, I was amazed at what I could do at cleaning cars with little resources. So It's more like to keep people coming back. And I really try to treat their cars like it's mine. When you come in and give me your car for service, it becomes my car until I give it back to you.
That's what's up. That's what I love that. Love that. So let's talk about the topic for today. Preparing yourself to be great. And one thing we was talking about briefly before we went live is something that you said that kind of resonated in my head. You said when a person, for sports athletes, when a person buy a jersey, they want to buy the jersey of the best player, and they don't want to buy the jersey of the kicker. Talk about that for a minute. I like that analogy that you use.
Well, basically, what I heard, of course, I'm a religious man, kingdom man, Tony Evans. And one thing that someone turned me on to Tony Evans, and that was one thing that he stood out on. And it made sense to me, like it made sense for me and you was backstage. When you think about it out there, when you think about if each of you that like sports, whatever type of sports it is, you go out and get that number 1 athlete, like whether it's football, whether it's the Dak Prescott, whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's Tom Brady, you go out and buy that jersey.
Right.
See, when you buy that jersey or when you buy that uniform, you really want to be great because you're not going to, and it's not to take nothing away from the kickers or the 6 man on the bench. And I'll get to you about a 6 man that you understand. But when you're not going to go out and get a kicker jersey unless you're a family member.
Right.
But you'll see a lot of Patrick Mahomes jerseys now. Next week, you'll see a lot of Tom Brady jerseys down in Tampa. But because you really want to be great in your own mindset. But you got to believe that you can manifest that greatness.
That's what's up. Love that. Love that. Let's talk about the topic, preparing yourself to be great. What are some of, I know for me, when I came into this arena, and I'm talking about live stream, I didn't know anything about it, first of all. I was on assumptions. But the one thing I said to myself, I want to make an impact. And then the impact turned into, I want to be great.
Right.
I want to be great in what I do. I think that's with everybody's intent, is when they start something new or when they start their endeavor, whatever it is that they want to do. Baking cakes, tattoo artists, barbershop, barber. They want to be great. They want to be great at what they do. When I came into this business, Mr. Matthews, I was running on assumptions. I thought that the 954 people that I had on my friends list was going to tune in. Sadly mistaken. Didn't happen. But in the back of my head, I said, how can I get 954 people to tune in? What do I have to do to be great to deliver that to 950 plus people? Because I wasn't thinking small. I was always thinking big. And when I was little, like I shared in the intro, I wanted to be a helicopter pilot for some reason. I was so fascinated by helicopters. It was like every time when I see a helicopter fly past, land, it was like I freak out. I'm like, I want to do that because in some capacity, I know that a helicopter can help people, transport people, get a person from A to B. I wanted to be that person. But then, of course, when I got older, it was pretty much the job that I have is the job that I have. But in that job, I wanted to be great. So what I started doing was stepping out of the box. I didn't want to do anything normal. And I didn't want to wait for people to tell me what to do. Kind of like if I saw something that just was not right, what can I do to make it right? And I think that with that, of having that mindset, that will help me to be great, to stand out beyond the rest. You could do whatever you want to do, but over here, I'm trying to get the higher things. So talk about some steps that people can do to help themselves, stand out from others, or in another word, and keep it with the topic, preparing yourself to be great. What can people do to be great in their lives and in the future?
Wow, you touched on a lot of important things, even in your story, of course, in someone else's story out there. The main thing that when you think about being great, you got to believe that you can be great.
Right.
You have to believe that you can be great, and part of believing that you can be great, you got to write down your plan.
Right.
Because if you don't write it down, I wake up a lot of mornings, 3 a.m, sometimes 2 a.m. Right. And I know now, but I didn't know at first, that's when you got to write it down, because at 3 a.m, you might have a plan, but you're going back to sleep. You forgot the plan.
Right.
And then you got to believe that you had the power.
Right.
So, first point was, you got to believe that you can be great.
Right.
You got to believe that, but you got to write it down.
Right.
And then you got to believe that you had the power. And along with all that, Ed, and you touched on early on about the helicopter, and then you touched on about the job you had now, and then you touched on about the show you have now. All of them goes to point number 4, Ed. Those are called bumps in the process. Everything you do to prepare yourself to be great, when you start preparing yourself to be great, there's going to be some bumps in that process.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what I mean by them bumps in that process, there's going to be some moments when you ain't going to move forward and you're going to feel tested. There's going to be some moments when it's going to be some times that you ain't going to get it happen. But one thing a guy told to me a long time ago that made sense, and I'll give y'all this jewel for free. He says, Ray, if you keep chopping wood, sooner or later, someone going to look at your power. So from that moment on, when I thought about manifesting greatness, everything I did to where I'm at now, it always was keep doing, keep trying to be the best you can be. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to, as you're preparing yourself to be great, it's going to be hard. But if you keep doing it, sooner or later, somebody going to peek over. Oh, what are you doing over there? Let me pay a little more attention. So it's all about, them 3 steps. And then one of the last steps we keep on talking about, remember, life events are to help you.
Right.
Remember, the life events that's across you, that come across you, like you talked about the Facebook page with the 900 people, them are life events. Because where you thinking them people's going to support you, or that network is going to support you, that's called a life event. You got that's going to help you, which you shared later on in your story and someone else's story out there. You know, you got to keep on chopping, keep chopping, keep chopping, keep chopping, and sooner or later, someone's going to look at your power and give you a quick sneak peek of that. I wound up starting a Bible study Facebook page. I started out with 1,500, and it's up to 4,000. So that's just keep chopping, man. I don't know none of them. I have a guy in Germany that I reach out to, but I started chopping. Right. So when it got to 15, I thought about preparing myself to be great. Because I say, Ray, you just got 15 people that don't know you. But if you don't give them a morning inspiration, if you don't give them something every day, you had nothing. And now it's up to like 4,200 people. So my main thing to most people out there, the main focus of it is you got to believe that you can manifest greatness. I believe that I can manifest greatness. I wear a shirt that I got from a guy, you know, Edward had, that's called "Change is the New Hustle." Ever since last year, change is the new hustle. We got to want to change. Right.
I like that shirt, by the way. I'm looking at it. Are they for sale?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You just get with me these shirts, but change is the new hustle.
Right.
You know, and the guy that came up with this shirt, we started a workbook, a curriculum, of how to teach people how to be entrepreneur, how to teach people in prison or out of prison, how to get back, and a youth work. So we come up with some heavy stuff this year. It's all about being great, just like your topic. So when you said the topic, it made it easy for me.
Right. Right. Talk about a situation where, a person just don't feel that they can be great. Wow. There are some people walking around right now who have tried and tried and tried, but not getting nowhere. What message can you give to those people?
So if you think about, when you think about being great, when you think about being great for someone that think that I can't do it, or I don't have the resources, or you got to think of 4 pillars. When you think about you can't do it, think about hustle. When I say hustle, what comes to your mind?
Grinding.
When I say hustle, see, hustle means the only controllable pillar of success is a hustle.
Right. So
when you hustle, that's the only pillar that you can control.
Right.
That's the only pillar you can control. And then Ed just tapped on point number 2. Point number 1, really, you got to grind. The feel that you can't do it, like you talked about, Ed, the feel like I can't get it done, the feel you got to grind. That means you got to perform this over and over and over and over and over and over.
Consistent.
You got to keep doing it. You're going to keep failing. I got to do it again. I'm going to keep failing. I got to do it again. Y'all heard all the great stories. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team. I went to a seminar with Magic Johnson. He says he worked on everything that he did bad, nothing he did good when he owned Starbucks. He said he put down 10 things and he worked from the bottom up. So when you think you can't do it, you got to grind. That means you got to do it over and over and over and over. Grinding doesn't stop.
Right.
It means that you're dedicated to do something that's going to keep you going for a long time.
Right. You got to be consistent. This thing just don't happen overnight. And it was a testament to me. Like I said, when I came into this arena, I thought that everything was supposed to be instant, and I was sadly mistaken. And the one thing that stuck out was consistency.
Yes.
You have to. It's repetitive, and sometimes you get tired of it. But in order to be great, you have to keep going at it over and over and over again. Now, when I say consistent, I'm not talking about the same thing. And a lot of people ask me why I have so many shows. Is because me personally, I get tired of the same old thing. So to make it new, to make it exciting, to make it refreshing is to change up the content or change up the show ideas. And that's why I have so many shows, and I want other people to do the same. Not think of just one thing. Think of many different things. The way how my mind is set up, and it's almost like yours, Mr. Matthews, that at 2-3 o'clock in the morning when people are asleep, I'm up and I'm looking and I'm studying, and that's when your best thinking happens, in the middle of the night. So I'm not saying that I'm an insomniac, but the way how my brain is set up is it's like idea. And when I'm up, I'm thinking of a way to execute that idea. I'm thinking of a way to bring people in to execute that idea. I'm thinking of outsourcing. I'm thinking of ways to deliver a message to people that needs to hear that message. Even if I don't have my face plastered on that show, I know that someone or something can deliver that message to people, because people needs to hear that message. And speaking of messages, I want you to talk about your show, Real Stories, Real People. Tell the people out there what the show is all about and how they can be a part of it.
Wow. I really came up with the show before COVID started, to be honest with you. I do prison ministry, so I go out and try to get stories of people that people count out. So what I did, I bought a whole lot of equipment just to walk around neighborhoods, walk around parks, and just interview people right on the spot.
Right.
But when COVID hit, I had to change the plan up. So my show was all about finding stories that encourage people or that uplift people. So, I wind up starting the show, and it's been amazing, believe it or not. I mean, because I wanted to, even like the story you just shared on, I wanted to let people know, even like what you're doing. It's all about getting stories out. Everyone out there has a story that can help someone.
Oh, yeah.
The most important part about it now is we global. So if you got the right story, someone's gonna listen, but you got to be on the platform to get the story.
Right.
And you just touched on it when I talk about my Real Stories, Real People, Ed. It's all about preparing yourself to be great. I'm just trying to prepare someone else to be great, because when someone else hear that story, someone else may be going through that.
Right.
Someone else hear your uplift. It don't have to be a story of in prison. It could be, I got a lady coming on this week. We talking about domestic violence. You know what I mean? So I get stories of all kinds. I get people that contact me from all over, but her story is going to help someone that's going through domestic violence. So Real Stories, Real People is all about encouragement. It's all about uplifting, and it's all about what you just touched on, about all the things that you do and you question. You touched on number 5 and didn't even know it, Ed, which is remember life events. Don't compare your story, whether they positive or negative. Those are the bumps in the road of your journey.
Right.
Where you think you're doing too much. And that's what they taught us with the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Award. They say when you think you sharing too much, you ain't sharing enough.
Wow. That's
That's
up.
what they taught me.
That's
so when people see me sharing, they said, if you think you're sharing too much, then you ain't sharing enough, because you want to get it out. If you keep chopping wood, someone going to look at your power.
Right. Hey, we're going to take this moment right here to pay some bills. Coming back more with my special guest, Mr. Raymond Matthews. Don't go nowhere. Much more to come. And towards the end of the show, just a moment for one more thing. Find out what that one more thing is as we return with Sunday Morning Live right here on charmcitydirecttv. Much more to come. Don't go nowhere.
There is something about homemade treats that people cannot resist. The texture, the appearance, but most of all, the taste. If these things just activated your taste buds to have some delectable, tantalizing, and delicious treats, try Ellen's Sweet Treats for all of your dessert needs. Ellen's Sweet Treats specializes in a wide range of cakes, chocolate-covered strawberries, cookies, and pretzels, and more. And they are available for weddings, baby showers, gender reveal parties, birthday parties, and so much more. For more information about ordering and general questions, contact Linnea Neal on Facebook or call 443-589-4949. So place your order today to carve out your sweet tooth fix today.
You have a lot on your mind when you're moving, and life can get a little blurry. Let Focus Movers take the stress and worry of relocating off your back and onto their shoulders. Focus Movers is your complete moving solution for moving quickly. They pack, they carry, they move, and they deliver safely and securely. Professional with fair and honest rates, Focus Movers will help you move so you can focus on the things that really matter. Call 443-506-7905. That's 443-506-7905. Focus Movers. Safe, secure, fast.
The Charm City DirecTV merch store is here and open for business. Our mission is to serve everyone with the highest level of quality and respect, and with the best customer service experience ever. You will find just about anything at the Charm City DirecTV merch store, from t-shirts, hoodies, to backpacks and buttons, with all sizes and colors available. So go to www.shop.spreadshirt.com/charm-city-direct-tv-merch- and shop till you drop.
That's right, good people. We are back Sunday morning live right here in the studios of Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you are tuned in by going to the fan page of Charm City Direct TV at Facebook at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. Head on over to YouTube where we are live right now and check us out live at Charm City Direct TV. And we are live right now on Twitch and by the good people at Twitch and also the good people at MMBP Radio. You can see this broadcast live right now at www.mmbpradio.com. Joining me today is business owner, motivational speaker, entrepreneur, 3 times nominated for the Steve Harvey Neighborhood Awards. Just fascinating. Mr. Raymond Matthews is here with me, and he's been dropping some gems. I think y'all need to grab a pen, piece of paper, write this stuff down, and listen to this man, because he has a treasure trove of knowledge, treasure trove of information that you can definitely impact and take in and apply it to your everyday life, because we are talking about the topic right now on this second episode: preparing yourself to be great. Like I said, nobody wants to be mediocre. We're living in a society right now that everyone wants to be great, and that's fine. But there are steps, there are ways that you can do that to be great. To be great in your life. A special shout out to everybody who is tuned in on Facebook. People are tuned in on Twitch and right here on Facebook Live. Mr. Matthews, I just want to say thank you again for joining me on the show and talk about real stories, real people. How can people get in contact with you if they would like to be a part of the show?
And way to get in touch with real stories, real people. You can go to our Facebook page at Real Stories, Real People. You can call us at 301-494-1270, or you can go to our YouTube page, Real Story, Real People. Or if you know someone that have a story, it could be any story that's going to uplift someone. So go to our Facebook page, Real Story, Real People. We're always dropping jewels every morning. Every day we dropping something in there that'll help you get through your day and help you share your story.
That's what's up. And last but not least, for every person that come on any of my shows, I think advice. I like to have the guests to offer some type of advice to someone who just need advice, a pick me up, a word of encouragement. So at this time, I want you, Mr. Matthews, to give a word of advice to a person out there who are at a stage in their life that they want to do good things, but they're hard. It's hard for them to do it, whether they have been incarcerated, came out of the system, and hard for them to get a job, or they've been doing it for so long and they're not seeing the fruits of their labor, right, or they are just not surrounded by the right people.
Yes.
What advice can you give them right now to change their mindset?
start all you off with something that most of you know real quick and easy. We go to basketball. Even if you don't watch basketball, I'm a big football man. I'm going to give you one quick jewel. Write this down. Remember, all you remember James Harden. When you think about you can't do something, when you think about you can't, James Harden was the sixth man coming off the bench in OKC. So he kept working. He kept doing what he needed to do. So I give you four quick pillars that will help you if you stuck, if you can't get out the rut, if you don't think you have it in you, if you willing to think you can't do it. The first one Ed already talked about is grind. Grind. You got to keep doing it over and over again. Whatever you think you can do, whatever you think you can accomplish, keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. Keep at it. You know, if you're in school, keep working hard, keep studying hard. Sooner or later, you're going to get that A. If you're at work, you're on a job and you think you want to be the supervisor, they keep passing you over from the position. Keep working hard. Keep working hard. Don't stop. Keep working. Keep working. The number 2 point of that is you got to be a hustler. You got to hustle. That's the only controllable puller to success. To attain a goal, whether it's business, whether it's money, whether it's in school getting to the next grade, whether it's in a job trying to be the trying to be the supervisor. The guy that goes to McDonald's to go to work, they don't just start him out frying the French fries because of the grease. So you gotta hustle at it. You gotta hustle at it. You gotta hustle. In sports, I talked about it. You may not be the most talented person, but if you keep hustling, sooner or later they're gonna put you in the game. So you gotta get information that others don't have. So hustle, you got to get some other information that others don't have. Ed talked about he doing a lot of different shows. He's trying to give out a whole lot of different information that others don't have. And then the third point is you got to execute it. That's a big part there. You got to execute it. What that means, my brothers and sisters, and everyone listen, you got to stop talking and put in the work. You got to carry out or put in the plan. You got to carry out or put in the order. You got to carry out or put in the course of action. To have the courage, to have the confidence, to have the belief, to have the self-determination, you got to execute it. And then my main point, the point that always get me over when people say I can't do something, you got to have talent. Talent means nothing without hard work. So if you don't put no hard work in, you ain't going to be talented at nothing you do. You don't put no hard work in, you ain't going to never get to be the supervisor. The guy that started doing the French fry, he don't want to fry the French fries no more. He want to work the register. Once he worked the register, he want to move to the supervisor. So that's natural skill. There's such thing as natural skills and natural abilities. Right. A person who has a natural skill or ability is something. Ask your friends, what do you do best? Ask your friends what is your best and your worst qualities. Then you can put in your talent. Then you can put grind, hustle, execute together, and I guarantee you, you'll be headed in the right road, preparing yourself for greatness.
That's what's up. Mr. Matthews, again, I want to say thank you for coming on to the show and just spreading your message, your word of encouragement, your motivation. Make sure you guys out there that's watching, make sure you support this brother right here. Support him in everything that he does. I personally want to say congratulations and much success to you and your businesses and your motivational speaking. Speaking it into existence right now. You're going to get that title of Reverend because I hear it. I hear it. I receive it. And that's what we need right now. So thank you again, sir, for coming on to the show and just speaking to these people out there that needs to hear this. That's the thing, people. You know, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but they need to hear this word right now. So I appreciate you. And we're going to be working together real soon. And I cannot wait. I can't wait, sir.
Appreciate you, man. I thank you again. Charm City Direct TV, thank you for this opportunity. We never take it lightly when we get an opportunity to share and help someone pick themselves up to prepare themselves to be great.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And like I said, as promised, we have just about enough time for one more thing.
What is more important in being successful at achieving your goals, nature or nurture?
Nature versus nurture. And in my opinion, it's neither. In my whole life, I've seen people from every different strata. And in all of those different groups, there were some people that were successful and got the job done, and some people that were unsuccessful and couldn't get it done. So to me, it's not about nature or nurture. It's about choice. The people that are successful decide they are going to be successful. They make that choice. And they make other choices. They decide to study hard. They choose to work hard. They choose to be the first person to get to work and the last person to go home. They choose to take on the hard jobs, take on the challenges. They decide they're going to lead when no one else will. They choose who they're going to hang around with and be associated with, and they choose who they're going to emulate. These people choose to become who they want to become. They aren't inhibited by nature or nurture. They overcome both.
You can't make a difference until you make a decision. So, some of you, man, you keep crying. You complaining about your job. You complaining about where you are financially. You complaining about your relationship. You complaining about your opportunities. You complaining. Shut up. Stop complaining and do me a favor. If you want to make a difference, all you got to do is one thing. This is how you get started. You want something different? Listen to me. All you got to do is make a decision. That's it.
The reason you don't have the skills is because you didn't put in the 20 fucking years. You didn't make the day-to-day decisions. You didn't do the things that needed to be done when you didn't feel like doing them. You didn't practice when you needed to practice. Instead, you chose the easier routes. And that's the difference. That's the difference between people who do things and people who talk about doing things. You have what it takes. You have the opportunity. You have the tools. You are making a choice to not execute the way you need to execute. You are choosing to be where you are. It's not lack of talent. It's not lack of ability. It's not lack of circumstance. It's not lack of opportunity. It is a fucking choice that you are making to stay where you are because you are choosing to not do what needs to be done.
Don't let nature or nurture make you. Choose to make yourself.
Thank you for watching another great live broadcast on Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you head on over to YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitter for more great content on Charm City Direct TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow everything Charm City Direct TV.